What's up, everybody? Back again, and let's do a forecast, review the action today, do like a night forecast, starting with the weekday 4 hour. So weekly obviously turned negative. We could use a red week, and then maybe another red week, and then maybe an indecisive week. Um, but not banking on too much here. If I go over to the daily, definitely got some negativity on the Mac. Push down here, we got the cross down. We got some slope down. It could easily come back up pretty good. I think at this point I'm kind of um, not like we're negative, right? We recovered half the body and then got to the 161 and recovered that a bit. Um, I think if we gap down again, probably continue the negativity. If we get a little bit of a gap up, then we might retrace. I'd be thinking about these tops of these days as good resistance, though. We got the golden pocket up here, the zero. Um, on the 4 hour, finally got to the negative territory on the Mac below the zero line. So that's something. Overall, I'm seeing like negativity here, but we went pretty far. So definitely grinding down, but now all the confluence might have kind of dried up because originally we had some nice confluence on these. That was negative on the 30-minute, negative on the 1 hour. Today started negative on the 1 hour. Now we're kind of pushing back positive on the 1 hour. The 5 did not drop below the 21 on the daily moving averages. There's that. I like to see that for continued sustained move. Um, we're below the 100 on that gap down candle fib. But now the 30 and the 1 hour are both positive. And we're going to be starting tomorrow with them being positive. So we're going to see, do we push into a gap down for continuation, or do we gap up and get a little bit of retracement perhaps? Still respecting this gap down level. I think this is a critical level up here, this whole area. So these are all negative, maybe a bit exhausted. These were all negative, but now kind of turning positive. 1 hour 30, 1 hour and the 30. And then on the 15, 5-2, 15 obviously went positive towards the end of the day and pushed back up. Now kind of curled into a bit of perhaps going negative. We get the 5 cross after market and stuff like that. But nothing, I think we're going to have to look at these before market open. I think the critical factors are that the 1 and the 30 went positive and perhaps made a decent low on these Macs, got all the way down here. Perhaps it's time to go ahead and make a buy wave to perhaps continue bearish, sure, but perhaps it's time to make a buy wave, on all of these, both of these. So, especially with how low the sell wave got. But these weren't like, this didn't just boom boom boom. Connor pointed that out. This didn't just crush everything. It kind of got respect here, and then we retested the next level the next day, kind of just regular stuff. So I think we could get a regular retracement, maybe back to this pocket, maybe a little up. Maybe back to the zero fib of the gap down candle. Check these tomorrow. See how that is. See what my anchors look like. Where are my critical anchors? We came down and we tested this anchor that I was planning to test. And then this one is a big CPI data candle. And that's around 2618. So maybe at this point, now we will go ahead and retest this top down. take the upper band off. Maybe we'll go ahead and retest that top down. You know, we already kind of did the this day at the end of the day here. Maybe we'll test the previous day, or maybe go ahead and test some of these. But I'm sure they already kind of. Oh, this one actually barely got tested live. Only got tested once, but that's still significant. And that's around the golden pocket. So maybe we'll come all the way back up to here, kind of hit that anchor from the top here, catch the continued roll, drop another one off of these rolls, kind of for like a zone. Nice little zone of rollage. That one goes all the way to 0. So, you know, we'll see where we get. I don't want to add too many of these and just throw them all around. Um, I mean, if any of these deserve one, it's the start of this roll here. Um, I don't want to throw too many of these around, but really, my main one is going to be this pocket and this one up here. I don't really think we're going to break this top. I think if we do, we're in for kind of some weirdness. You know, we got to break this top and we got to break these, and then at that point, it's like, where's the resistance going to come in? But I mean, the Stoke went and turned positive, so if that's still positive during the open, I will be looking for longs, trying to follow the Stoke, trying to follow the bigger trend. If I'm, you know, just going to take a peek at the Stoke because I've been mentioning it. You know, if I imagine here, let's say the starter today is positive, look for some longs, right? Could have gotten plenty of longs, right? Now this cross, start looking for a short, and you get a short. Now it's kind of easy to say, but you look for a short here, and you get it, all right? Look for the short here. Oh, this one got crushed out actually. So you know, not gonna be right all the time. Look for the short and the big short. Um, so I'm gonna try to follow that. Try to follow the 15 Mac, 30 Stoke. So we're gonna see for tomorrow. I got these anchors set up. I think we'll probably end up testing these lows at some point. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one actually. Um, or keep that one. There's a lower band there off the screen. So maybe retest this one up into the golden pocket area. Really rely heavily on these short-term price action at max. Keeping in mind that the weekday 4 hour negative, 1 hour and 30 minute are turned positive and got huge downward waves. So we could easily get some upward pressure. And we have these anchors for some resistance. We've got the golden pocket of this daily fib. You know, I mean, look at this zone. This is definitely a zone. This is definitely some levelage here. I don't know where exactly the levels would be. These are definitely levels somewhere in here. So we could come up, retest this area, get a bit short again. And check back in, most importantly, to what our Stoke and the 15 Mac is doing tomorrow morning to see what our first high probability trade would be. We'll let the open play out, set an anchor. I think, but most importantly, I think if we gap down, we're probably going to go down. I think if we gap up, probably going to come up. Well, not that far. I think if we gap up, probably going to retest this area here and then probably get some resistance. I think if we gap down, we're going to come back further, and I don't even probably the 2618. Right? So I think that's kind of the plan there. Gap up is going to be positive. I think gap down is going to be negative. I think it's going to be kind of straightforward like that coming into tomorrow. You got some huge, you know, red candles here. Push back into the area of this pocket if we gap up, or if we start below here, easy 2618 push. So right into start digging into this gap, might not fill it, right? It doesn't fill the first tag, so dig into this gap, don't fill it, find some support at the 2618, and then make like a smaller red candle here. That's probably what's pretty likely tomorrow, I think. So see what happens in the morning. Check these lower, smaller time frame max and price action, and yeah, see that in the morning.